Good morning. I wanted to pop on and share just a little bit of something that I probably use almost every session with clients, maybe not quite every session, but a lot of information about the nervous system, specifically the sympathetic branch of our nervous system that is responsible for our stress response, fight, flight, and then we can go into freeze as well. But this stress response is initially a survival mechanism. It's part of our primitive brain, the base of our brain. Our brain develops from the bottom up, or the bottom sort of forward to here. But this initial response is always instinctual. It's out of our control. Sometimes it's out of our awareness. And sometimes it can be really nuanced. We may not be aware that the amygdala was triggered and that we are in a stress response. But the thing that I wanted to share is what initially is instinctive and survival over long time can be habitual functioning. So what happens is if we have long-term repetitive triggering of our stress response, or we have had traumas, multiple little ones or like large, really impactful ones, our nervous system more or less kind of gets stuck in that gear of the sympathetic branch, that fight flight. We're in a hyper aroused state. Very often I will chat with people and they have been in a hyper aroused state for a super long time, and then they quote unquote crash. They go into a hypo state where that's more like the freeze response, kind of shut down, numbed, dissociated, disconnected. But this habitual functioning, clients are always so surprised because they feel like I can read their mind, and it's not at all reading their mind. It's just really understanding some neurobiology and nervous system functioning. But when we do human behavior change, this is where it gets really interesting. So in a nutshell, those new behaviors are going to feel threatening because they are different from our habitual functioning. They are different from that place in the nervous system that is in a hyper-aroused state, that fight-flight, or they are different from a place in our nervous system that is a hypo-aroused or freeze type of shutdown state. That's why the mind starts to kind of sabotage, if we can use that word, the new behaviors. And it's more just understanding that this is the method that our mind goes through to keep us safe. In the primitive mind, safety equals predictability and familiarity. So if my initial survival skill, that fight-flight response, becomes like a daily habitual sort of response, kind of the place that my nervous system is responding from, anything that challenges that is going to feel threatening. Now, the trick is that it's not actually threatening, it's just that it's new.